Ondo State Police Command has arrested a 42-year-old woman, Mrs. Sanmori Taiwo, and her 62-year-old husband, Pastor Sanmori Joshua, for allegedly staging her abduction to extort 10 million naira from relatives abroad. Police spokesperson DSP Olushola Ayalade confirmed the incident, noting that the suspicion arose after the husband claimed his wife had been kidnapped. Investigators later found Taiwo hiding in a room in their Ondo City residence. During interrogation, Taiwo confessed that the abduction was staged to raise money for debts and personal needs. Authorities said the couple will remain in custody and will face charges upon conclusion of the investigation. I mean, a pastor, there's a preview, you know. Pastor in a ministry, or, you know, basically, do you think, let's begin from the fact that, do you think this title of being a pastor is now being abused in Nigeria? Then you tell me your thoughts on this report.
Yes. Very well, it has been abused. There will not be much time. I would have gone into a lot of details, but I think I'll just have to look for a way to cut it and then know how we can progress. You see, when one becomes a churchgoer, let me use that word, churchgoer. When one goes to church often and then loves God, so at a point, they just feel like, okay, let's compensate this brother, let's compensate this sister with a pastor. Let's ordain him, even when he's not called. Let's ordain him a pastor, so that he will take care of your church. And
who ascertains the code?
I'm going into that. And you see, some of this problem is being done by some of these GOs. I'm sorry to say this. Some of these GOs, and I'm sorry to also say this, when you open a church because of the stomach infrastructure. When I mean stomach infrastructure, because you want to make money with it. Now, your next plan will be, let's look for a way to draw people. Let's look for a way to open branches. Let's also look for a way to bring in people so that they can head. And then you see somebody that you think is fit, or maybe men looking at me the way I'm dressing, and you think you just look at me and say, pastor will be good for you. And then you deem it fit that I should come and be a pastor and head a church and head a branch for you. And then you will see that because I have no encounter with God, I will actually go there to misbehave. And if I have no encounter with God, I will also take someone that also has no encounter with God, and then we'll be doing it that way. And then you see a lot of things happening. So this, some of these things we see today, some of these men we see today, pastor, I'm not really moved by the title pastor. Let me have an encounter with you. My encounter with you will tell me if truly you are a child of God, if truly you are called. Yes, my encounter with you will tell me truly you are called. Truly you are called into the ministry. And how you do things, how you pattern things, how you arrange things will tell me that yes, this person is indeed a child of God, not just a man of God.
Wow. Now, what are your thoughts as regards this lady? The expectations. Our pastor's wife, and she and the pastor in cahoots, they staged this kidnap. You know that yesterday I was online, and I don't know if you heard of the kidnap and sad mother of fish magnets.
Yes.
Very hardworking young man. He was buried yesterday. Yeah. After, according to his mother, a 10 million naira ransom was paid. He was buried yesterday. Few days ago, I don't know if you know the TikTok sensation Pella. It was rumored that he was kidnapped. There was actually a live video, slightly to that effect, which he later came out to say. People later came out to say he has now been released, and many people are saying he did that for clout. I'm just giving you some background. Just, I think it was yesterday, 143 kidnapped people were released in Kaduna. Real experiences, real human beings. But you will notice that in recent times, we just talked about fish magnet. He was kidnapped and he was killed. That means kidnapping is actually a serious thing going on in our country. Why do you think people have now turned it into a joke? You go to a church and you're telling your siblings or people abroad that you've been kidnapped because you want to collect the ransom money for self-enjoyment. When and how do you think we got here? Is it greed? Is it hardship? Why are we here now? Many students are equally doing the same thing, telling their parents, oh, I've been kidnapped. There's a girl that said she was kidnapped. She wanted to collect, I think, 5 million from her parents to give her boyfriend to rent house. Like several reports are, why has it become so bad? Is it greed? Is it selfishness? Or do you think it's hardship?
All right. This same thing you talked about happened in my school. In fact, in my fellowship, the school I graduated from, the fellowship I once served as a leader. In short, I was like the pastor of the fellowship. And then this boy is the secretary of the assembly. It happened recently. That should be earlier this year or last year, or towards the end of last year. And the same boy, a student, he's in the church, he's in the fellowship, planned his own kidnap. Planned a student, to tell you how people has given their soul to the devil. Permit me to use the word. They've sown their heart, their conscience to the devil, that they can do anything for money. That they can do anything for money.
Right.
All right. Now, they now want to do anything to make money, because I don't see any reason why a pastor will plan with his wife that they want to, for crying out loud, what happened to investing a little, trying your best to build your life? What happens? Are they more better than the people who are walking on the street? If you want to serve God in the capacity, it is not a room to make money. It's not a room to make money. You should be able to have something that gives you money. Church is not a room to make money. Church is not a room to make money. That is why it is good for someone to be a born again, a sincere born again. Whether you are a pastor or not, it is not a criteria that you must be rich. In fact, for pastors, let me go to pastors. For pastors, it is not a criteria that you must be rich. It is not a criteria that ministry must make you rich. If God has called you into the ministry, God called you for a purpose. And if he wants to make you rich, he has his way of making you rich. You shouldn't derive a means to get money through the ministry. Because he knows that when he tells the member that his wife has been kidnapped, members will want to rally around. Our pastor's wife, our mommy. Let's look for wings and arms in the church. They will start units.
Right.
They'll start running around to raise money to make sure that there is. And you see a lot of things happening. I think they should discipline one person. They should give somebody a hard torture, a hard one. Others will learn. You see some of them using Kidnap to create content. They should use one as an example. In fact, if Pella's own is a joke, they should start from Pella. Government should start from Pella. I don't know if it is a joke, but if it is a joke, if he's using it to create content, then they should start from him. They should so that others will learn. Because a lot of things is going wrong.
Right, because most of the people that have been arrested for this same crime, I've noticed over time that they are never charged, right?
Yeah.
I've never heard that, okay, this person was charged for self-kidnap in a while, especially because we've had like a plethora of the cases for just this year alone. Do you think that, now let's go a little bit towards our policing, our justice system, as it were. Because you know that delayed cases, oftentimes people think, oh, nothing is going to happen if I do it because ABCD person that did it, nothing happened to that person. Or we hear about things when they are very, very hot and when it's trending. After that period, you stop hearing about those stories anymore. Now, other than the fact that people are not, do you think if people are publicly punished for these crimes, where you've arrested a girl now for trying to collect money from her parents to take care of her boyfriend. You want to collect 10 million from your parents to give your boyfriend to rent an apartment. Several stories. There's another lady that used her brother's money, right, to do bridal shower. She was getting married. She used the money to organize a huge bridal shower and feigned kidnap so that the brother would send her some money. And they caught her. Do you think that if one person is used as a scapegoat, as it were, it's going to be a deterrent to others and this will stop?
Yes, so I think that, in fact, I will summarize by saying, more especially for young boys and young girls, date who have sense. Young boys, date ladies that have sense. Young ladies, date young men that have sense. Because if you date someone that have sense and has the fear of God, some of these things will not be happening. Right. They won't take place. It is because anything, especially some of our men, any lady under skirt is enough. They just have the urge to sleep with this girl and go with them. So they don't care whatever happens. They want to do it. They just need this person. They don't want to know. And you see a lot of things going bad, a lot of things going wrong.
Do you think that this is happening because of greed or hardship?
Greed. It is true that the country is difficult. It is true that we are in a tough time and there is hardship in the land. But a lot of persons has attached greed to it. And it is causing a lot of problem. Because yes, the country is difficult for you and I, and you're adding greed to it. It will become more difficult because if you're being caught, it is a problem for you. You will pay. In fact, if I'm in the circle of, if I'm in the circle, I should be thanking God I'm not in the military circle. If I get you, first of all, you will stay in. I won't even listen to anybody that is coming to bail you. You remain there first.
All right. Thank you so much for your insight on that.